Hey mathematicians, here's the video for home connections 137 and 138. Label the rest of the tenths and fifths on the number line. And you'll see that some of them are equivalent fractions, like 6/10 is the same thing as 3/5. Label the fourths on the number line. Number 3, use the number lines above to help compare these fractions. 5/10 and 1/10, the denominators are the same. I don't even need to look up. I know which one's bigger. 1/4 and 4/10. 4/10 is pretty close to a half, and 1/4 is less than that, so I know that 4/10 is bigger. 3/5 versus 2/4. I know that 2/4 is a half. Right? I can see that it's at a half. And 3/5 is more than that, more than a half. You can also make the denominators the same, like 4/5 is 8/10, which is bigger than 7/10. I could also look above. And 2/5 is 4/10, which is bigger than 3/10. Represent each fraction on the fraction bar, then complete the equation to show how much more it would take to make one whole. So I'm going to shade 3/5. And I know that 3/5 plus, look, 2/5, right? Those 2/5. That equals 5/5, or the whole shebang. The next one, 7/10. And I know if I add 3 more tenths, that equals 10/10, or the whole shebang. And the last one on the page, 5/8. And I know if I add 3 more eighths, that equals 8/8, or the whole shebang. All right, on to the second page. Represent each fraction on the fraction bar, then sketch and name an equivalent fraction below it. So the first one, I'm going to show 1/4. And I think I'm going to just double it. Double the top and double the bottom, and show that 1/4 is the same thing as 2/8. And there's lots of things you can do. You could do it totally differently, as long as it's still the same amount of shading. 2/5. And I think on the next one, let's do something a little bit different. I'm going to split each of those sections up into 3 sections. You could just split it in half as well. Out of the 15. Okay, moving on. Mariana got a long piece of red ribbon from her aunt. She gave 1/4 to her little sister and 2/6 to her best friend. Who got more, the little sister or the best friend? Remember, if the denominators are not the same, make them the same. And I'm going to do that down here. I know that I can change a 4 into 12. You could also change it into 24. That would work too. And I can change 2/6. I could make that have a denominator of 12. You could also make them have a denominator of 24. I can see that 4/12 is bigger, which means 2/6 is bigger. And that was the best friend. Friends over family, what? Okay. And then it says, what fraction of the piece of ribbon did Mariana have left for herself? If I add what she gave to the sister and what she gave to the best friend, that equals 7/12. And just like on the first page, how much more until you get a whole? And the whole would be 12/12. So if I were to add another 5/12, wouldn't that equal one whole? Right? So that's my answer right there. I know that 5/12 is the answer. If you changed everything to 24ths, I would also accept 10/24ths since it's equivalent. All right, here are the answers to the first side, 137, and the answers to the second side, 138. Okay, kids, I'll see you in class.